Okay, so all of you immediately throw up because you've been hooked up to machines and been force-fed food for a while, except Ixia.
Upon seeing them throw up, she also throws up. It's the chowder effect.
Oh no. I tilt my head away from the necromancy guy who I was probably talking to at the time.
Oh, that's alright. That's just a natural biological function of the body.
Right.
They don't have water. My throat's doing that Bernie thing.
Oh, let me see if I got some water here. Right here. Takes out one of those jugs that produces water. Oh yeah, I can give you a bit of water here. Just don't go on the cup, so I guess you're just gonna have to open your mouth, pour it in there. Don't worry, it's nice and cool.
Yeah, I waterfall it.
Yep.
It's the memory loss water.
Oh no.
Start over, Dalen, from scratch one.
Now I'll be a double tiefling.
Shit. Careful, just cause. Gonna need some rest. You didn't properly wake up or remove your don't think I may have mentioned it too much before, but when you were hooked up, there were some instruments inserted in behind the back of your neck. So if you didn't remove those, they're just still sticking out your necks.
There's supposed to be a proper way to remove these.
Yes, I'll get my instruments. Make an insight check.
Just hope, or
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, well.
I'll choose not to.
For whatever reason, went to him, but the 15.
You get the sense that she usually doesn't do this on people that are awake, so she's not really sure of the pain factor of this.
Oh, lovely. Okay. We'll see how it works.
But after a few moments away, she does grab all necessary tools needed and starts plucking them out one at a time. I'll just say for fluff, you guys lose like 10 hit points.
Ow! Ow!
Not supposed to be squirming this much.
I don't squirm until it actually hits. Or until it gets pulled.
I've had worse.
Yes, I know. She looks at a strange instrument on on the wall and says, You've been sleeping for a long time, but it is nighttime on the material plane. Don't know if you wanna acclimate your bodies a bit now that they can move.
Perhaps a bit. Perhaps move around a bit, and then maybe get some rest, I guess.
Yeah, I imagine we're not fit to ride out right away.
We don't have our stuff, do we?
Not really.
Where's our stuff?
Oh, one of them will direct you to it. Just need to clean up here. She motions to one of the intellect devourers. That, yeah, Psycho and Rogue, you know how they talk.
Sadly. Ixia squints, but she follows it.
As it just goes around saying, I guess it'd be speaking like, tools, you shall find the tools, yes, find your tools. As it just leads you downwards, which may not have dawned on you because you've been gone for a while, but you guys are in a fucking castle. So big stone corridors, long walls, all the things.
Yikes.
Sorry, go on.
No, that was it. Yikes.
I wonder what the story is behind this place. I don't think Kevin built it herself.
I mean, I don't know if it's true what the book in the Dreamscape said. Maybe that was an old kingdom of them?
Maybe? Though I don't think they lived here. I say this out of character. I say this because I learned Undercommon instead of understanding Infernal again.
Hmm.
Well,
What do you mean, dreamscape?
Oh, yeah. I guess we should explain it to you. For the sake of brevity, I tell her my backstory.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, we were all trapped back there in my school.
The fuck's a school?
It's a place of learning some people go to.
She's processing it and she's doing hit maths, and that's really hard.
There are all sorts of people we knew.
Sounds nice.
Yeah. Hey, Hope, Delinia, could you give us two a second?
Sure.
Insight
Shrugs,
check.
just shrugs.
Yeah,
Go,
a little
go ahead
curious
and
myself.
go ahead and insight check if you want.
Oh man, Roll20 fucking fixed up how to move pages by a shit ton.
It fix what?
How to transition from page to page. This is 1000% easier. Oh my god.
How'd they change it?
Now you can actually move things properly.
Hmm.
Nice.
Sweet.
I don't know how to roll with two 12s. I guess you two just think it's normal. Meanwhile, Delinia knows there's nothing untoward that's going to happen.
I'll put it this way: is it malicious or not?
No.
Okay.
So the linear shrugs. Notices she didn't move her arms for over 4 days, and like it hurts, and she said, "Let's go."
All your limbs are asleep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Things are,
Your arm.
tender.
Bruh, it would be a real dick move if I just stopped working right now, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. But you follow this strange creature to a place where you can collect your belongings and you find all your stuff, your things. Also, Psychic, you want to put push to talk on because I can hear myself. Yeah,
Yes, but also, how can you hear yourself?
I can hear you through your mic.
I guess once we're there is when I'd have the conversation with Fixia.
Sure.
So, hey, Ixia, I just wanted to thank you.
Cocks an eyebrow.
I imagine when you burst in with that necromancer guy that you were coming in to try and save us.
Well, no one else was going to.
Yeah. You haven't known us for that long, and you could have just run away if you felt like it, but you didn't. So, thank you.
She like crosses her arms. She looks sort of up into the corner of the room. just face slightly flushed. Well,
And-
you're all I really have right now, so you're welcome.
Yeah, and I get on my knees to get eye level with her. If I'm not mistaken, you don't really have anywhere else to go, right?
Right.
Well, just know that if that's the case, then you always have a place with us.
She does her best to try and like hide a smile, but
Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. That I appreciate it.
anytime, I guess.
And that's all I wanted.
Mm-hmm. Once you all gather your belongings, the little intellect devourer does beckon for you to follow it to it basically tells you it's taking you somewhere where you can rest up, but first talk amongst yourselves about what's happened with Kefa, and yeah, Edward's just gonna be there too because he's just interested. So all of you follow it and are led into a big open room with a lit fireplace that is slowly going on. A few comfy, basically like sofa chairs that you can all sit down on. And Kefa is just already seated waiting for you. And Edward is basically looking around, examining things, trying to take in this weird scenery. You're all
Yeah,
begging to take a seat.
Yeah, go take a seat.
Mm-hmm.
Take a seat. Still just breathe that sigh of relief for finally sitting down.
Mm-hmm. Kefa, basically, yeah, she doesn't need to. She's got psychic powers. She basically looks in one direction, and after a few moments, a Duragar and a bearded devil come out holding a platter with drinks and food. It's basically soft stuff. Looks like it's mostly like don't really know what the word is, but it's more like applesauce food, really, and water, and a few other juices to help revitalize you, because your stats are still down because your fluids were drained something fierce, and your vitality is hurting from it.
I thought that was only Dream Us.
No, that is real world you until you get rest, which for Fluff it'll be until you guys leave.
Oh, because I thought Rogue asked, and I thought you said just Dream You at the moment. Okay, whatever, that's fine.
You're all given your sustenance, and you're free to converse amongst yourself before Kefa directs the conversation to herself.
Thanks for the food.
Mhm.
Just nods.
Just to be
So,
clear, it still tastes like shit, right?
I mean, it's not like a hearty meal, it's more like you guys can't really eat solids right now.
I think he means more because it's Avernus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
so, how did you guys like my school?
Never actually had a school life. Heard of it. It was interesting. Something nice if we didn't know the real nature of the world.
I mean, you don't have to ask me what my past was. It was just being in Baldur's Gate on the streets, and then, the whole adopted family thing. So yeah, never been in a school really.
Yeah, it's
I
It
do
was.
have a question though,
Mhm.
and kind of looks over at Keffa.
Mm-hmm.
While we were in the dream, me and Dalen somehow found our way to the Underdark, and we saw a city of mind flayers. Is that your old clan?
Maybe. I'd hope it's something like that.
It's just wondering if you wanted to tell us about it. Me and Dalen only got to see it while it slept. Seems as if when you were awake, it slept, but while you were asleep, it was awake.
Well, couldn't leave, so while everyone was asleep above, had to do something. So I thought, why not just go below and try to live like a mind flayer does? You know, you lived your fantasy at school, I lived my fantasy at home. Maybe.
Understandable.
Noticing this conversation is taking a sadder turn than he intended, Galen goes, "Also, I learned how to speak like this. Ik verlook to tira."
Wait, you kept that?
I say something in Undercommon.
You said, this water is most refreshing. It only tastes like piss a bit. Sure.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I thought that was just a fluke.
Anything you learn in there, you keep out here. You were connected to quite a few minds.
Huh.
Works for me. Oh, dang, I
Yes.
should have tried to learn Gnomish while I was there.
Why?
Uh, I thought of learning it to surprise Charlene. The whole reason I speak Elvish was to, I guess, to sort of flatter Aaliyah's family. So I figured it'd only be right if I learned Gnomish.
By the way, she's like standing up against the wall, cross-armed.
Why don't you come sit with us?
I'm good. I need to be on my feet for a bit.
If you say so. Can I roll insight to see if anything's like up with her emotionally?
Sure.
Fuck it, I don't think I'll use another one for a long rest. Luck point.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, all seems fine and dandy right now, but mind you, this is also the person that strapped you in there and started sucking out your brains in the first place. And they have all these slaves. Also, my phone is ringing.
Man, Kev, I
I'm
didn't
gonna
know
be
you had this
right back.
banging music.
To give him a minute.
Sure.
Spider Dance, that's the name of that song.
Sounded like an Undertale one, so maybe.
Yeah. Well, I immediately knew it was Undertale. I didn't was trying to place which one it was. So, how you guys been?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice. Glad to hear it.
So you guys
It's
good
the
for
usual.
Tuesdays and Thursday stuff?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, because that's looking like those are the days I don't really work. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. But I know Rogue works on Friday, so Tuesday and Thursday looks good for sessions from now on.
Yeah, perfectly fine
Yeah,
with me.
fair.
Mm-hmm. You good with that, Rogue?
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Nice, nice. Oh, that sucks.
Hmm?
I work my birthday. No.
Happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
Welcome back.
what was I saying?
Yeah, you didn't trust her because she was sucking our brains and has all these slaves.
Basically.
Yeah. Galen will grimace a bit, but he understands. Well, if your legs get tired, you can come over and sit if you want.
Sure.
Another question, if I may. In the school, the library, there are many books containing much information. Are they the same books that are in your library here?
Some of them you'd need to be uh need to really ask because some of the books I borrowed and are like very valuable. But
I
if
was
you
just
want,
wondering.
you can ask me about it. I pretty much know everything about the books. I kinda can't forget about them.
It was just more if there's information to help us on our own journey. We have to find yeah, because I don't have my. I think. Wait, no, it may be my new set of notes. Let me pull it up. Okay, so we have to find Ball.
Yep.
We have to find some giant beforehand.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that part written down. I just remember we got to find some type of giant or.
Yeah, he basically is a giant in terms of size. He's as for a few species of giant. I don't think I told you that or not.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you
So
saw him,
yeah.
you're like, oh man, that's a size category twice your size.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask if she has any information about Ball. It's not the person. Ball isn't the person we have to find. It's we got to find this person,
Then
and
you can go to Ball, who's like, then he gets you what you want.
yeah. So does she know anything about the dude we're trying to find first?
I know where his grave is. I could point you out in that direction.
Great.
We don't have the map anymore, do we?
Nope.
Nope.
Only
We
one of its
also
kind.
lost our map. You wouldn't happen to have one of Avernus at all, would you?
There are no maps of Avernus.
Right.
Well, we had one, but we lost it.
Yeah, you could always try making your own map.
I do have some experience in navigation.
Nobody's really been able to map Avernus properly without going insane of how difficult it is. I don't know, you could give it a try.
That's worth considering.
Hmm?
So, Kefa, I've been meaning to ask, what is this place? This castle, this whole town thing?
Oh. This is a remnant from Avernus before the Blood War.
Before their war with the demons.
Oh, they've always been at war with the demons, but this is before some strange event occurred and the abyss opened up in Avernus.
Hmm.
You might not believe it, but Avernus used to be a very beautiful landscape. But then the mutations over years of evil magics and the putrefied bodies of infernals mutated it horrifically.
That's tragic.
Hmm? It is what it is.
So wait, then we had this one place with the unicorn. Does that maybe mean this is like the only last remnants of how Avernus was before all of this?
I doubt that. This Avernus was always controlled by devils. It's just once the demons came, all the beauties sort of went. Don't think they'd allowed celestials here, or a celestial would come willingly to Avernus. Without proper reason.
Hmm. So, does this place have a name?
Not really. I don't think it was given a name. I think it wasn't done.
How about the Forgotten Kingdom?
Okay. It's Forgotten Kingdom number 25.
Well, I mean, but this one's still standing. Buzz, come
is.
on. This way you're like a princess in a castle or something.
Hmm.
Dalen
So,
writes down the name for the sake of his map.
sure.
Is it gonna be like an actual map, or is it gonna be like a child's map with like
It's
doodles?
he doesn't know how navigation works, so it won't be like a children's doodle map, but it won't be a complete map. He's just gonna try and draw out like the paths we've taken and the places we've actually been to.
Yeah, you can try the map of Avernus right now. Are you just gonna like do a quick doodle of what where you're at right now?
Sure.
Okay, I have to roll on the mapping of Avernus table now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is a real thing. Hang on. I'll look in D&D Beyond.
Your nearest short stack character explodes.
No.
Ta-da. Uh, make a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck.
I fucking knew it.
Luck
great.
point.
Sure.
Yeah, we're not gonna use luck today, huh, Dalen?
Indomitable.
Is this that you must take the new one?
Yes.
Okay. You're fine. Your brain
Okay.
is a little itchy, but that was weird.
Okay. Mind telling me what would have happened to me?
You would have had to roll on the short-term madness table.
Oh, good. Guys, I feel bad after making this. I think this might be a mistake.
Really? After someone told you someone gone insane doing this? Nah, Dalen. Could have been.
There's no need to be rude about it. I assumed she meant after someone spent a long time.
Right.
Well, I have a question. Looks to Kefa.
Yes.
So you couldn't do what you did to them to me?
From what I've been told, no.
What do you mean from what you've been told?
Well, I was still under when it happened.
Do you know why? Has that ever happened before?
Maybe if you had some sort of immunity to sleep, or the long-term effects of it. Could be a number of reasons why. Magical, biological, divine. I can't tell you unless I do a thorough examination.
So we are a literal whole arc late. Should Delinia have been fine?
Well, magical means.
There's
But
a-
divines, like divine
No,
intervention.
no, I mean, I'm assuming we were put to sleep by magical means.
Yeah.
There's
well.
a moment of
well.
very much confliction. Because she doesn't trust this person, but also she might be able to give some answers.
Mm-hmm. So, any other questions that I can answer right now? Everything you saw in the dream is probably something I know about.
Wait. Everything we saw?
Well, and a little bit of what you saw. What you know.
Dalen tries not to think about the bath times he's had. Right.
Mm-hmm. So anything you saw, anything you heard, anything you read, probably best to just ask me.
So, we fought a ghost.
Really? Ah. Yeah, I think you once heard a rumor that there was a ghost in your school that only appears at midnight or something?
Yeah, but in the dream we actually fought her.
Oh. Guess I put too much detail into that one. It is hard to manage an entire short mini world.
I imagine.
Sometimes you can make things a little different than what you wanted them to be.
Do you use the same world every time, or is it different? Molded different?
Well, I don't know anything about the whole world. If I have to make a world for a creature that isn't native to Avernus or the material plane, then it's kind of hard to use my own memories. I have to use their memories. I don't really think I could I could live up to the challenge of making a world from the Shadowfell, could I?
The Shadowfell?
Story for another time.
But what you're saying, though, is that you can view memories.
Yes.
Looks over at Ixia.
Yes. But, either it be with the method I had used, or points at her mouth. And I can't really do the second.
Is it... I'm kind of trying to find the best way to put this. So if you were to put someone under for a day, would you be able to go through their memories?
Most likely, yes. Unless they're, looks over at Ixia, immune to the effects.
Damn.
Yeah, it's basically, you gotta build a computer from scratch, then you gotta program it. And if it basically just shuts off halfway through, can't do anything about that.
Big oof.
Mm-hmm.
How long would you need to do an examination?
Unfortunately, by examination, I kind of mean, autopsy. Yes, that one, Edward. Oh yeah, I do one of those all the time. Helps determine all kinds of cause of death, diseases, very strange inhibitions within the cerebral cortex. It's very interesting.
I'll hold off on that one, thank you.
Yeah. You sure I could just, bring you back to life after it's done? If we put you back together, which I know how to do that properly.
It's not the best experience coming back from the dead.
Yeah.
No, I know that from first hand.
Nope,
Yep.
Especially with all the side effects of having to revive you after, so much time has been passed. So, you might feel very bad, but might work.
I already feel bad.
It's a different type of bad.
Aw, come here, Ixia.
No.
Fine, I'll go over to her and give her a side hug.
There's... Okay, so you hug her. The rest of you can just see her head, like, over Dalen's shoulder. The eyes twitching, and she's, like, raising her hand, and it's slowly turning into a claw.
Now, this is
Just sips his tea.
Now, this is the sort of informal thing I talked about yesterday. Any questions you had about the dream world, just go ahead and ask, and I will answer to the best of my ability. Just do that above game. You don't need to do character voices. Just ask, because this is just you're getting your questions answered time.
Can I ask too?
Sure. Yeah, even you can about Charlene, because we'll just say that that's what Dalen would ask.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that. Well, first thing, Priscilla. Did we still not hear the name when it said?
Nope. That magic is deep, and the cause of it is unknown to you. But you can try to figure it out.
Okay, but
Yeah,
Dale
well,
and Delinia have heard the name in the dream. So do they still know the name, or did they forget?
They remember hearing it, but they cannot remember the name. It's more like, yeah, I know. His name is, starts with a Q, right? Like, almost there, but not really.
His name is Little Queer.
That's sure.
Yeah.
The character I
Hope
found
will
in Genshin yesterday.
Hope will say, so there was a book I read about someone important to me in there. Priscilla. What's your knowledge of her?
So this is quite a bit, because she did... What you read was, like, book 1 of, like, 5. And she read the whole series, basically. So, you...
I will ask, well, before you go into detail, does she have the books as well?
She has a few of them, but they're too rare and ancient to hold. She borrowed the rest and then had to give them back.
Okay. But, yeah, sure. If she has knowledge of her, Hope will ask more about her.
And this is also what she and Edward can sort of surmise from you, because you've been in there for a while now, so she has a good idea of what exactly you are. So, gonna just assume that you were the only person ever to really play KOTOR 2. Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's sort of a thing of like Kreia from KOTOR, where she was a very powerful Force user, could use the Force, but then she was sort of cut off from it, but this was from her own volition, sort of thing. And it goes on to say how the child that she had spawned throughout the whole event, a lot of experimentation went into it to make it partially divine, but it's not in the sense that it's like, oh yes, this is the ultimate creation between angel and demon. No, if you were to take a blood sample of that sucker and put it under a microscope, a scientist would be like, how is this thing alive? It makes no sense. This is like watching a man go into a completely clear water tank, pull out a cigarette, light it, and take a few puffs. It doesn't make any sense from a scientific standpoint. It's like, it's amazing, you're just not bursting at the seams and literally self-imploding. But hey, they still got it, and perhaps that's what led Priscilla to the to what would be, from the devil's point of view, like the downfall of it. And you know, kind of makes sense from your point of view, Chu. Your Hope, your point of view as well, Hope. But if you think back on it, you never really had magical powers at first, but then after you met Priscilla, you gained a few things. You gained the power to charm people around you, such as a charm person spell. But then as you grew and got close to other people and practically siphoned off of them, you learned other spells, like the various spells Charlene had, which wouldn't be typical for warlocks, for sorcerers, but more wizards. But still, you got them and used them, also almost as if you were borrowing her magical ability and not using your own.
Fucking god.
It is literally just straight up KOTOR you. I can't use the Force, but you can. I'm gonna just use that from you real quick, thanks. And...
But-
I'll just say, so
But-
he'll kind of say to himself, so I guess my only strength is the strength of my friends.
Lulu just said, that's not too terrible. I mean... What? Oh, come on, Hope. You know you've been doing good with all of our help, right?
Yes. I know I wouldn't be here today without you all.
She lands on your head and gives you like a hug with her ears.
Reach up and give scritches.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the child?
So, that's it's sort of like a lost info, because after she went to material plane, it was sort of lost. But that was a long time ago. That was like maybe 600 something years ago.
Mhm.
But the chance of fate with how you encountered her, the way your powers manifest, the way everything has happened, could have been guilt, remorse, coincidence that you two met, but you still did. It's funny how things work out.
Yeah.
Anything else?
This is something Dalen would ask Keffa in character. But...
Okay.
So, Lulu,
Yep.
I guess you somehow mixed with Rhea? How did that happen? I'm asking both Lulu and Keffa this.
Oh. See, I thought because you hear in your head you didn't like her like that. It'd be better if you looked like Rhea.
Wait, is it... do you think I...
Listen, you might not remember that one dream you had, but your memories do.
Okay! Face completely red.
I
He
focus
can't-
between Keffa and Dalen. Huh.
He can't say the thought never crossed his mind. They are close in age.
Yeah.
Anyways, anyone else have any questions they want to ask?
Be about anything that happened in the dream world. Even the things about outside, she is pretty knowledgeable on lots of things.
I mean, that sounds more like a petty question for Delinia, but she would ask, so me being friends with tiefling and also being quotation marks married to one, was that your idea or was that something
Well,
else?
Dalen did have a tiefling friend, so I had to pair him up with someone.
Yeah. Yeah. The name's Larry L. Delinia. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Right. It's not that's the first name that. It's not the first time I said that. Okay? Just. Everything is a bit. Been weird, but yeah, okay. I guess that's how it happened.
I mean, you kind of made friends with her by yourself when you were in above game autopilot mode.
I guess. Just yeah, didn't know that I guess the marriage thing kind of threw me off. Eh.
Yeah, well, a lot of people in Dalen's world were married young, had arranged marriages young.
Yep. Pretty standard stuff.
Out of character question. So, if they were in there long enough, they would die, right?
Yes. All except Dalen.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going.
No, you would have, you and her would have enjoyed the rest of your days as love bugs until your inevitable demise. Both of her lack of food, and you just straight up dying.
Oh, that's so sweet and also sad.
Better than living in Avernus.
True. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Another question I have.
I don't think Psycho is done. I was
Yeah.
about to fall to something.
Well, it was a different question, so.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, do you, then Rogue, then I believe Eugene wanted to say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, Psycho.
So, the mind devourers that attacked in the forest, what were they supposed to do? Just get rid of everyone except for Dalen?
That was a mistake. That was not supposed to happen. In the waking world, one of the mind devourers accidentally fell on Ixia's empty thing and accidentally plugged itself into the matrix, and it's like, this is fucking. Oh, food, shit, awesome.
Quick follow-up. What would have happened if we had been captured in that night city? In the Mind Flayer city?
Nothing, because all the mind flares were on autopilot, so it's like you would have seen a mind flare and it would just walk past you and done nothing because it was following its daily routine of whatever the fuck that was in that instance.
But we were getting attacked by the Durgar and other intellect devourers.
Yeah, because those were just mindless whatevers that could do grunt work. The mind flares themselves, nothing. The other large creature that was boring a hole into it, it was basically rinse and repeat. It made the hole, then people filled in the hole, it made the hole again. It was basically an amusement park except for the guards that were only there to protect it, to make sure it remained pristine.
So, if say we had gotten captured, and the Durgar would have taken us in there, we would have just been able to
They
leave?
would have had no idea what to do after putting you in a cell.
Oh.
And if you're curious about why they're mindless but the what's it called, drow were not,
Yeah.
it's because that's more like subtle fears of like, oh, we live in the Underdark and so do drow. They always come and raid stuff like that, or the horror stories you would hear from them. So that's more like a manifested subconscious fear of them.
Mm.
But to you, they were nothing. They were just dudes. So it was the inner manifestation of the fear mixed with what you in reality knew of them, which is they're just dudes.
Okay.
They like poison, but that's pretty much it.
And then could we have met her in the middle of the city?
Yes,
If it was gonna, like-
she basically every time it went from day and night cycle, her consciousness transferred from the elephant body to human body. So had you gone to middle of the city, that's the only way you'd have encountered her. But you did your best to avoid that.
Hmm. Which I take it she wouldn't have been hostile.
Not really. She'd be like, "Oh fuck," then we would have figured out what would have happened, all of us together.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that was branching off of his thing, but I do have mine.
Okay, then yeah, go ahead.
Kind of more in character. If you have a lot of knowledge of Avernus itself, do you know exactly what happened to Zariel? We had a dream or encounter a little while back of what happened between her and Lulu. Somehow she fell. The devil surrounded her. You know the details on that? How she got her citadel and... Or, I don't know if I know about Citadel, but the one palace that we were looking for before.
The flying one or
We were looking-
one. Yes, that. No info on that, unfortunately. She just doesn't know. But as to how she fell, there are many interpretations of it, many romanticized versions of it. But that's, unless you ask somebody that was there, you're not gonna get a straight answer. And if that's it, then Dalen?
I'll ask after him.
Mm-hmm.
So this is more like confirming something,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in character, and Dalen would say it in Undercommon, so he could ask privately.
Mm-hmm.
So, the reason you picked Aaliyah, that was because,
I knew that you were going to get married, so I thought, why not be a little happy? Let's be honest, you're more suitable as a partner than the rest of these people.
oh, well, hey, I'm flattered. And let me just say, for the sake of it, I really did enjoy our date.
I did too. Just, she can't really smile with her tentacle face, but you get the sense that there's a smile under there.
Yeah, it's the eyes. I see the eyes squinting the way
Mm-hmm.
your eyes do when they smile.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
That it for you, genius?
Pretty much.
Okay, then Zyka.
Why was Charlene not on autopilot?
You know, the power of love and all that gooey, mushy stuff.
Ugh.
Hey, she's your character.
I know, and you all love her for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, don't bullshit me. I have it recorded that you cried when she died.
You can't prove anything.
I mean, I also had to literally stop the session at the moment.
Yeah, you guys could not handle that shit.
I feel bad about stopping everyone else's game on my account, but fuck.
If the RP's too tough, it's too tough. You need to think about what the fuck just happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also have a question, but that's more of a thing that further down the line, and I have no idea how that's going to work.
Sure, yeah.
So let's say this all works out and Charlene does get that new body. Would she then also have the memories from inside the dreamscape?
That's what the goose for.
What would my spell list look like then? Because I have two completely different lists of prepared spells.
We'll see when we see.
Noted.
Also, I assume that the memory goo also had something to do with Charlene not being on autopilot and why she knew stuff about herself that Dalen didn't.
That's more like the subconscious or the mix. Like the pull and feelings were too strong, and so that she was a stronger manifestation both in the dream world and too strong of a remnant to just disappear like the world did. So basically the world was gone, but she lingered for a while, so she had to remove it before it just not immediately, before she inevitably disappeared.
Got it. Understood.
Okay, anything else you want to ask?
I think no one asked that, but about the ghosts that try to possess one of us and then go back into the real world. Would that actually have worked in a kind of way? And how would have looked like if she would actually succeed on that?
Would it have worked? Not really, but if she had succeeded, then one of you would have a voice in your head for the rest of the campaign.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Why is my neck scarred?
Well, you see, Dalen, sometimes shit that happens in a dream happens in real life, and your body has to acclimate now.
Oh, no.
It was more like a super bad nosebleed.
Right.
So then, was that truly a remnant of someone that she had previously drained, or was that just detail?
Whenever mind flares eat brains, there's always remnants for a while. Might have been just a super strong ego.
See, Dalen specifically avoided asking that question.
Oh, I'm doing this one above game.
Yeah, that was a true persona, shadow of real self.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else?
That comes to mind.
In character question for Edward.
Okay.
Do you need any more information or any physical thing or anything I can help with?
I think I got all of that from there, and I got this as he holds up the pink goo bottle. I think a little bit this will do all the details at the end. I just need to make sure that I got the right vessel that could form. It's basically like it has to be the appropriate size, but then it'll auto conform.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Sort of like a magical weapon, like a ring that fits a fucking ogre then to a gnome. It will acclimate, but it's better you just get like a human-sized ring than a fucking ogre-sized ring.
Yeah, gotcha. But Dalen does put that on the table. He is more than willing to help with whatever he needs.
Mm-hmm. That being
And
said,
what about Canador's Edward? And what about a food supply for Ketha here?
oh well, that would be a bit hard to get off the ground, but once it starts actually going, that's a whole different matter. It's not gonna taste good because it's full grown in Avernus, and it's might be a little spicier than what you're accustomed to, but I'll see what I can get. If not, it looks over you guys. If you can scrounge up a bit of materials for me that can help chew.
Sure, just name them.
I'll make a list once you're all rested up, because you do seem like you're not fit for any active duty for at least a few days.
A few days?
You do look a bit weak.
We don't we've already spent several days in that dream, right?
Yeah, we ended up spending 3 days, I think, right?
Yeah, basically. But your bodies are weak from your drain stats. They will need time to get better. So if you want, you could leave as soon as possible, but you're gonna keep your drain stats, or you could rest here until they come back to you.
Let's
Dalen is
honest, Dalen.
going to bring up that
Yeah.
we've paid a lot of time in helping out Terrell. Can we really afford to take more?
I
Can
don't.
we afford to rush ahead in our weakened state? At best, when we're at full strength, the challenges of Avernus we barely overcome. We need our full strength, Dalen.
I guess, but currently we're on an errand to do an errand to do an errand to basically get relevant information that we need.
Huh,
Now
that
we
just
still have
sounds
to
like being a real
make it-
adventure to me.
Right, but we have to actually make it to Zerial, and
No. Time
there's a time
Is
limit
it?
on.
time isn't on our side. But we need to be at full strength.
You can't
Would
help
you
anyone
fully-
if you're dead.
I guess, but
I understand.
He doesn't say anything more, but it's clear this is still bothering him.
I hope just. I understand. I too want to rush out of here and start helping them all. But we have to know our limitations.
If Kefa brought up something, if we can't save Elturel, maybe somehow we can evacuate the people here.
That's that's a good alternative. At least get the people here safely.
Yeah, it's I can't
I
let
think
all
that'd
those
just be a-
I can't let all those people die. I can't.
I understand.
So I guess we're all taking a few days off.
Sadly, think that it will be for the best.
Alright, if that's all the questions.
Oh, one more.
Yes?
Is there a forge anywhere in this city?
Probably.
I look back to Shooting Star. This thing's in poor shape.
That's gonna take a bit of... Oof, that's gonna be a little pricey to fix.
I have blacksmithing knowledge.
Yes, but for a magically enchanted item, you usually require a little bit of extra oomph for it, so we're either gonna need specially enchanted coals to really heat it up or something of the like. I can order some, and then they can come in the morning.
Oh, okay. How much would that run me?
How much does a +1 weapon cost?
Probably more than I can afford, because I have 27 gold. Forgot about that.
Oh boy.
Oof.
Let me just check.
Oh,
Oh,
so
yeah,
who
my
has the
fun
bag of
actually-
holding with all the money?
Oh, don't I actually? Oh, no. Wait. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
we have funds in the party fund. Yeah. Yeah, we have nearly 2,000 gold and 15 platinum in there.
Okay, let me just check Xanathars real quick, because that's the best. Just check.
I think it's about 500 gold for an uncommon item.
If it's 100 or 500, then I'll say it'll cost 100 to fix it.
Would
It is just a +1, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Then yeah, 500.
Would you guys mind if I used some party funds for this?
Not at all.
Sure.
It will help the
Yeah.
party. But that does raise questions. You can order stuff here.
A bit. The imps can carry the orders, but the imps are also the ones that carry it back, so it can't be that heavy. There is actually a table somewhere I can look up that tells how much an imp can carry. For purposes of this, actually, for mail. So
We can always do with a couple of more potions of healing and other supplies.
Okay, where's the table? Wandering Emporium, there we go. Harbor, the forge spot. No, the report here, okay. Delivery charges blah blah blah, £5 or less for a single imp. Okay, so you can buy up to £5 worth of things.
Healing potions are about half a pound. How much do the coals weigh?
The coals would take the whole imp, because you need a whole bag of them.
How much would the second imp cost?
Second imp, if it's a double charge, it can hold up to £50 if it's a double charge. Basically, you're gonna pay the gold, but she has to pay the soul coins.
Okay, Dalen doesn't like that.
Yeah.
If I might ask for something,
Yes?
perhaps I think of lockpicks. Developed a little skill on it. Who knows if it could come in handy somewhere else.
Sure, we can... I can order a few. Just give me the gold, and she basically starts taking a list of all the things you want to order.
The lockpicks are fine, but we shouldn't impose too much on our host here.
I know that. But who else knows where we're going, and who knows if they might be useful. Besides, I can't weigh that much.
Yeah, would this be alright, Kefa? Coals and lockpicks?
It's fine, it's not like I'm gonna spend it on anything else anyway.
You need to stop talking like that. We're gonna make sure that you're alright. Get you taken care of.
Yeah, we're gonna try and find the best outcome for everybody. That's what a hero does.
Yeah.
Well, if you're talking about Forge, I guess I also have a question. Is it possible that here might be like I don't know, somewhere close to us, a chapel or a church?
We're in Avernus.
It's worth a shot at least.
Yeah, the gods probably aren't too popular here.
Nope.
Then I guess I have to improvise because, well, we know that, or at least I heard about that we need the location of where Charlene is currently, and well, I might have an idea how this could work. Because, you see, with my, well, I guess recently I know how to use the spell of scrying.
You
That
you think
sounds
you'll
like a
find
pretty
it?
useful spell.
I mean, it could help. Could be also that, I don't know, knowing how sending had worked, how Zerial then just answered for you guys, this might could also end in different kind of ways. I just hope that my weapon is enough as a focus to use the spell. But maybe I need to, I don't know, drench it in some holy water or something like that.
I still have some leftover vials myself.
I mean, everything that helps. Even things that might be depictions of Charlene or something like that.
I have that drawing I made for Edward.
I mean, maybe it's worth a shot. I don't know where Charlene is, or if she even looks like the same anymore.
If it when the sending spell happened, you still got the original message, right? I asked to.
Yeah, Hope. I believe I received the message. It would seem as if my response never made it back.
Delinia, if this scrying thing works, could you cast sending to Charlene for me?
I mean, well, let's go first with the scrying and then the sending, because I don't want to send first, knowing that Zerial could just, catch the message and then be alarmed.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. If the scrying works, could you do a sending message for me?
Sure. Speaking of scrying, though, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to take 10 minutes to ritual cast it, and then I have 10 minutes looking around if it really works. So if I'm going to be standing there for 20 minutes, at least you know it worked. If not, there might have been something happened.
Keep an eye on you.
Right. But maybe it's better to do that when I'm not weakened. I don't know.
We should do anything that we can in the meantime. That we can while weakened. Obviously, since we can't leave. So, if you think it'll work while we have ample time to rest, I'd give that a shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
It's all the same to you guys. I think I'm gonna retire to my room for a bit.
Thought we were all sharing a room.
I need some privacy for a moment.
There are many rooms, and yes, you can all have your own room. Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously, Delinia is kind of worried, so she's at least looking where he's going.
If he sees her with a worried look, he'll place a hand on her shoulder. Don't worry. I just have an extra bit weighing on my mind about... Well, unfortunately, you can no longer hear her name.
Right. It's on my tongue. Something with a, I want to see B.
He gives you a light kiss on the cheek and head and strides towards a room to himself.
I mean, he's trying his best, but I still cannot stop being worried, at least. But
It doesn't seem like he's just around, like, it just seems like he just needs a quick moment to himself. Like, he doesn't seem like sad or depressed or anything.
Right, but it's still Lilunia, so she still is a bit worried. Well, if my hands and my legs and everything wouldn't hurt so much and feel like they're 10 times heavier than before, I would gone to see if he's alright, but I guess I need to have some sleep myself, so see you guys later. Ow. Ow.
Yeah, I guess we should retire for the evening. And Ixia? Dalen wants to whisper something to you. He says, I know you're concerned right now and you don't trust what's going on, but I think you'll be fine. If you need anything, just let me know, okay?
Don't have much of a choice, but sure.
Just, like I said, let me know if anything's up. You're one of us.
She nods, and then she just leaves to go find a room.
Yeah, Dalen also goes to find a room.
Okay. You all go to your rooms to rest up for, well, you'll rest until you'll feel better, because, basically...
I was to say, if I may, just the small RP scene that Hope is going to do. Unless anyone has anything else immediate.
Only thing I'm saying is that whenever Ixia finds a room, she goes inside, she's using the immovable rod as a lock. Somehow, some way, she'll find a way to make it work.
Just put it in front of the door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dalen tries to take a few practice swings of his sword, see how much he's weakened.
It's more like a stiffness in your shoulder that doesn't go away.
Not too bad, but I guess everything matters in combat. Alright. That's all.
Yeah, to sort of explain it to you, it's sort of like, say you have a target in front of you, and you need to stop your sword right before you hit it, but you do that and you stop like a good 6 inches before, when usually you'd be like 1 or half an inch.
Yeah, he is missing a step or so, which could cost you in a sword fight. This is logic.
I think that's it. Then, Rogue.
Alright. So, Hope goes to a room, sits on a bed, and he brings out, obviously, the short sword Priscilla, the horn attached to it. And he stares at it for a little while. And then he reaches out his hand to try to do the manifestation of Priscilla that he's done several times previously.
Feels a bit different this time.
Does it work? Does it summon?
Not really. Seems you've been without this for too long. You'll know if it's gonna take time for it to come back, if ever.
He just kind of sighs, puts the sword kind of, not like stabbing it down, but kind of places it down in front of him where he doesn't have to like fully hold it up himself.
Mm-hmm.
Just stares at the horn. I'm sorry, you know. I couldn't protect you. But I didn't know what you were going through. The isolation, loneliness. Maybe, hopefully, our last moments you were happy. But unfortunately, I think you're gone now. And while I would love to see you again, I want to see you. Just some manifestation, just some image, some vain hope. But you're gone. And I have the others that I need to protect. Whatever I am, whatever I came from, I thank you. You didn't deserve your fate after you felt how to love. It's a horrible thing, really, but it's something that's needed. But at the same time, I think more than anything I need to learn how to let go. I love you, Priscilla. I miss you. But I promise, I'll still honor you. As long as I can, I'll make sure that I remember you, even if no one else will. That's my last promise to you, that I'll never break. And if it's possible, he goes to remove the horn from the hilt of the blade.
It is. It takes a little bit of work, but with the things you have on you, you could use them as tools to remove it.
Yep. And the last thing he does is, how hard would it be to find, like, some type of string or anything like that?
I mean, you could take the one from that's attached to the curtains.
Yeah. He'll do it, and he'll attempt to make a makeshift necklace out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can do that.
And then he'll try to find his way to Delinia's room.
Okay.
True
Yeah.
thing. Who's just flopped down onto the bed with arms spread out and legs like, everything hurts.
Can I just ask? You said there was a lot of rooms, right?
Yeah, he doesn't know which one they are. He left first.
Yeah. That's what
Ah,
I was
that's
gonna
also
say.
okay.
If I find like a intellect devourer or a Durgar, imagine one of them might have seen.
Can you speak with those?
Durgars no, selective hours yes.
Yeah. Do one of them know the location of her room?
Yes,
Okay.
but you need to ask them. And they're not particularly quiet.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Just stop. Yeah, I mean, he'll ask and try to find out where her room is.
He goes and he climbs up a wall and leads you to it.
Thank you. And he'll knock outside her door. Lydia,
Uh
is it alright that I come in?
huh.
He'll proceed on in.
Well, as I said, see her just on her stomach, like she just flopped onto her bed, and like just her arms spread out, like
He'll go and sit next to her, try to give her a small back rub or back pad, shoulder massage. Yeah. I hope it's not too inappropriate a time. But I have something for you.
Sure, it's fine. You know, it's you, so it's okay.
And he holds out the necklace with Priscilla's horn.
I do recognize that horn, right?
And it's always been at the hilt of my blade.
Yeah, that yeah. Look, it's Priscilla, so I don't know what I can remember or not.
I mean, yeah.
Isn't that the horn of you know who?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but okay, I mean, I'm really flattered, but why?
Because I've come to the realization that I was desperately holding on to her with every fiber of my being. I wouldn't give it up. Well, let's just say that my vision keeps getting better and better. There's another person who I can still be with, someone I can still protect, stand beside. And it's that person that I need to focus on.
I mean, I guess she can count two and two together and blushes and like, I mean, that like also and Taylor who's always beside, but yeah, I'm
Well, perhaps it's idle or weird way of thinking. She once protected me. Now, I think both of us will protect you.
thanks. Well, I mean, I also protected you. Remember the mimic.
Yes, I'm aware of everything that's happened. It's happened on both sides.
Yeah. Well, I certainly will wear this. Not only to honoring that person, but maybe, who knows? Maybe I also one day figure out more about her, and she will take the necklace and then puts it over her neck. Just, of course, watching out that even the necklace doesn't touch the whole scarred thing where the apparition was just a few hours ago.
And then, well, it goes well. Would you prefer that I leave or spend the night?
She she groans, standing up and just closing the door, and says, I'm not in the mood for the other kind of fun when you're alone, but of course you should stay with me.
Then stay I shall.
Good. Now, if you excuse me, and falls to the bed again. Not even like protecting herself, just face first into the bed.
Hope follows suit. And that's about it.
Alright then. I think with that we can end this informal session, which will pick back up when you guys are feeling spiff and span and ready to continue your adventure.
Hooray.
Gonna stop recording.
One thing I will say.
Yeah.
All Dalen's like, I imagine spending these days reforging Shooting Star and stuff and other stuff like that. He does make special effort to
Make me also just a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Because you've never worked with magical coals, and sometimes people use them for more than just origin.
13.
You're a little high. Not too terribly high, but a little bit.
He doesn't do drugs, so it's like, what is this?
It's like, that's weird. Why is this fire so blue and purple? Fuck, man.
I haven't been drinking.
Magic's weird.
But I will say he does make special effort to make Ixia feel welcome and to include her in things.
Well, on that note, Ixia wants to fucking fight Dylan.
Okay, well, I guess we can start next session of that.
What? I'm sorry, what was that last part? I didn't hear that.
Fight you.
She wants to fight Dylan.
Okay.
I guess we can start next session of that shit then.
Alright. It's not going to go well for me because you rage and resist all damage I can do.
Not a shooting star.
Yes, with Shooting Star.
Alright, magic doesn't matter. Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have fun, Dylan.
Fuck. Okay. Gonna pull out all the stops.
Just wait until you guys fight the barbarian I have planned for you.
Oh, God. Yeah, she and I are gonna fight each other. They're gonna be ambushed by some giant monster when we're both low on resources.
Yep. Alright. I'm gonna stop the recording here.